Now you got Boots Ennis who's in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
The eye test tells it all. You know, he's got the it, you know.
Man, great. Bud always been like that. Without a question, solid. You know what I'm saying? Solid.
You think there's anything left for him, coach, or is it time for Bud to move on? Or
I'm trying to figure out who he gonna fight next.
160, you can see him fight going
I wouldn't do nothing crazy. He looked at excellent. Hey, split Islam. He looked at excellent.
Is there anybody?
most from
No, I'm trying to figure out what their team gonna do next. I want to see what's
He's
next.
talking about 160, coach. I mean, the only thing down there is maybe like a middleweight tournament, 2 fights undisputed, something like that. But if not that, then what for Bud?
Who?
Well, they were talking about Jaron Ennis going to 160, possibly going. Jaron Ennis going to 160.
If he go to 160, then we got another mega fight.
You think that's a mega fight?
I don't know that yet, but I'm saying in the boxing fans that know boxing would say that's another mega fight.
Stay away from it. And by the way, there's this brother coming up, Molly. His name is Boots Ennis. This brother's special. You don't want to go in the ring against after that beating. Molly, it was so bad. I swear to y'all, I am not exaggerating. Yeah. You know how I got called.
The world has been shocked again by Terence "Bud" Crawford. There was a live chat with Crawford after he won the biggest fight of his career. He beat Canelo Alvarez and became the first person in history to never lose in 3 different weight classes.
Everything you said about fighting not being there spiritually, mentally, you think that might have affected Canelo, or that was just a skill difference was too wide?
You know, I do think he was a little mentally tired. He's been at that level for a long time. Right. So 11 fights in 4 years. That's a lot.
Timing was perfect for Crawford.
Yeah.
He said it himself at the press conference. He said timing was everything. Perfect timing, everything.
That's right.
His whole career was on timing.
He was mentally tired, but you got to give Crawford his credit, man. To keep your mind that mentally fresh and sharp and go out there and perform like that, that's a win itself. Not even just beating your opponent. For your mind to be that fresh, come fight next.
How are you feeling to be Chris Eubank's trainer, first of all?
It feels good, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been this trainer before, so
yeah, it's good.
It's a no-brainer.
Of course. Congratulations on the win. What's your first reactions to Crawford's victory? One of the greats of this era, right?
Oh, definitely that. You know that.
What do you want to see him do now?
What I want to do now?
What do you want to see Crawford do next?
Do what he at this point now in his career where he could do whatever he wanted to do.
Who would you like to see him fight? Any names? Is there any names in particular you'd like to see?
It doesn't matter.
What about Canelo? Would you like to see him retire?
I don't. Canelo's not my responsibility.
Okay.
He is getting ready to fight Jaron Ennis. That's right. It's best to stay away from this fighter. One of the league's most scary young champions. The man who used to be known as the GOAT is now lining up shoes in front of us. The torch may be being passed on in this fight. It could be a string of mistakes, or it could be the moment when Crawford shows for sure that no one can beat him. Let's break it down. Terence Crawford not only beat Canelo Alvarez, but he also changed the way fighting is done. Everyone had doubts about him before the match. Canelo is a natural 168-pound beast. Could a fighter who made his name at 135, 140, and 147 pounds really handle him? Interview 3. Crawford didn't just...
Bud got a 160. I think Bud should do what he want to do. Are you going to the Crawford parade on Saturday? I believe I am going. Yes, I believe that I am going. I have to look at my schedule and stuff.
He was in charge. For 12 rounds, he outboxed, outfit, and dominated Canelo, which led to a unanimous decision. Interview 4. Just because
Canelo couldn't really keep up with him. He was too fast. His feet, footwork was too good.
Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
What was the scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah?
I feel like Bud damn near basically won every round, so
yeah,
honestly. But yeah, that's about right. You can say that.
Now, with this accomplishment, Keyshawn, is he on the Mount Rushmore of boxers?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah?
3-time undisputed. Mm-hmm. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. So now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
Greatest of all time, or?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it can never be one great, but he definitely one of the greatest of all time for sure.
that win didn't make him the undisputed champion. In terms of pound for pound, it made him the best boxer in the world. There's no reason or argument. Crawford really is the man. Interview 5.
I thought Terence fought a virtuoso fight. Terence never let Canelo get into a rhythm. Terence never allowed Canelo to get anything going, and I didn't think he could do it for 12 rounds. I thought that the first 3 or 4 rounds were going to be difficult for Canelo for that reason, but Terence was able to do it for 12 rounds, and in the later part of the fight, he kind of pushed the fight more than I think people expected, which is the mark of a superstar, man.
It didn't matter if he was great or not. The question was, is he the best person ever? But genius always has to do with the end goal. Interview 6. It's been years since
Terence Crawford against Jaron Ennis, for me, is the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested, because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford. We've just got to go out and get the fights to show how great.
With 30 wins and 30 knockouts, he has never lost. At welterweight, a fighter was so avoided that their opponents said they didn't want to face them. In the ring, Boots is quick, powerful, and mean. Plus, he's only 27 years old, so he's still in his prime. Interview 7. Fans have often thought about what—
A lot of people compare Ennis with Crawford, but Ennis always says he's got a completely different style, and the only similarity is they both switch. Do you agree with that?
I 100% agree with that. Me personally, I think that Terence Crawford boxes a hell of a lot more in the moment, phenomenal fighter in the moment. And I think Ennis is a lot more of a chess player.
The skilled mechanic ran into Boots, the hungry young lion. It's no longer just a dream either. Crawford really wants this to happen. Interview 8. During a live interview after the Canelo fight.
About the Terence Crawford fight. I'm tired of answering questions about it. He already said millions of times that he not fighting me or look at my way, so I'm just tired of answering them questions, you know. And if a fight happened, it happened. You know, I wanted it to happen, but if not, yeah.
The subject. He said he's open to Boots when asked about it. The world of boxing went crazy. Why? Crawford wasn't required to take part in this fight. He could quit now. 4,220 is unbeatable and will live on forever as a wonder. Instead, he's talking about Boots, a fighter that most of them don't talk about. Interview 9. That is why Crawford has so many fans.
That's the fight that everybody want to see.
Yeah.
I want to do it.
Do you respect him as, like, when he's like, I got a couple fights left, I'm at the end, I'm only trying to get mega fights, so...
I understand it, but don't lie or cap to the net and make it seem like I had the opportunity to fight you and I didn't. I never did. You know what I'm saying? And then that one time that I did, we said, they called, and we said, you never heard nothing else back about it. So
right.
I mean, I respect it though. I mean, get your money. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. But don't be capping on the net. Acting like this.
Fight in big fights. Some people tell him he should stay away from fights, but he still does them. Interview 10. What weight class will Crawford?
Who do you like watching now?
Terence Crawford, one of my favorites to watch now. I love Terence Crawford, and I like to watch NUA too. NUA can fight. And you know who else I like to watch though? I like to watch Boots.
Oh, okay.
Boots, I love watching Boots. Boots got game.
He's a fighter.
People don't understand Boots got game. You know what I mean? Boots, every now and then he messes on the defense a little bit, but Boots got game.
Boots versus Terence Crawford.
Now, Boots hasn't proven himself enough to tell me for me to say that he gonna beat Terence Crawford, because Terence Crawford is a different kind of animal. You feel me? Proven stud. You understand where I'm coming from? But Boots, if anybody could be Bud in the future, it would probably be a Boots, because Boots got enough tools to be in.
Boots is the WB as the 147-pound welterweight king right now. Crawford moved on from that group. He began boxing at 150 pounds and shocked everyone when he hit 168 pounds. He most likely won't go back to middleweight. Most likely, this fight will happen at 150 pounds, but it could happen at 160. Boots can go up. Crawford is 38 years old, so 154 or 160 makes sense. He probably doesn't want to keep emptying his body. Interview 11. To be honest, that's when things get risky, because Crawford—
Well, first things first. A lot has been made about your sparring session with Boots, with Boots Ennis. How did that happen? What happened?
I cannot say much, but he called us and
and say if he can go and sparring with me and everything. I say, of course, right? A fighter like me, we always want great sparring because there is the thing, right? And I have history with the family because 14 years ago, his older brother helped me for Sugar Shane Motley and Alfonso Gomez. So it's Derek Ennis. So he helped me. So he was 14 years old at that time, by the way. And was good, very good. And I'm very grateful with him because he made that time to go and give me a
weight, but smarter. Boots is still getting bigger and stronger, even though he is young. This is what makes the game so interesting. This is a strange view. Boots helped Canelo get ready for the fight with Crawford. Interview 12. That's right. Boots sparred with Canelo's team to get ready, but he was also part of the plan.
What's here, Key? You ready?
Yeah, of course, baby. Going this way? Yeah, man. You know, it's a fight you ain't gonna want to miss, man. One time back. I told you the comeback 2025 is the key.
What do you think about Ennis joining Canelo for the Crawford camp?
Hey, good stuff.
You think that matters?
That's beautiful. Anywhere. That's beautiful, man. You know, when you
It's a good move.
That's world class. That's, you know, I mean, it's the best switch hitter he can get. That's not his opponent, you know. It's champions working with champions, you know. In the modern day and age, man, you don't get that a lot, you know. It reminds me back when I was supposed to fight Mark with Maidana, and I got Sean Porter for sparring.
Thank you, boss. You're the best.
You know, so I like
it. Interview 13. Canelo lost, though, which was funny. Think about this. When Boots was helping
he's not me.
Yeah.
You know, as much as a lot of people, you know, say we have similarities and, you know, we switch a lot and we fight a lot. He's not me, you know, and I'm not him. So.
Yeah. Tim had said comparison that like he's like a Chrysler 300 and you're like a Bentley.
Yeah, like once again, like he's not me. You know, he's trying to get to where I'm at. You know, he's where he at, I'm where I'm at. You know, he got a long way to go.
Like to be in camp and wait for Bud. He also knew what it was like to beat that person. Interview 14. There's more going on here than just a fight. It's about you. Boots could see this as a...
Should Crawford retire? Do you know what? Someone said the other day, and it's very true because I actually said it about Usyk. We've got a real tendency, haven't we, to kind of try and retire people off. Do you know what I mean? Like I said with Usyk, I think now he should retire. And everyone's like, why do you want him to retire? It's like, I just think it's a great way to go out. I actually also think that Crawford could move down and win a world title at 160. And that would make him, what, 6 division champ? 5? 35, 40, 47, 54, 6 division champion. But the problem is Terence Crawford now is really only going to want to fight for big money, and there's only certain fights that can generate that kind of money. So Shakur, he was obviously very close to him, seemed to say, so maybe that's it.
That's what Crawford thinks it shows. The person who tried to beat me learned from you, but I still beat them. I'm going to beat you again now. Boxing is getting a lot of attention. Max Kellerman is one of the critics who thinks Crawford should keep trying. He has shown that he can beat anyone, no matter how heavy they are. Some people, like Eddie Hearn, think Crawford should retire clean and keep his reputation alive. Interview 15. Boots is one fighter who wants Crawford to test himself again. Some people say,
as trainer, do you feel like he should just sell off into the sunset after this monumental
well,
win?
You know what? They made it look so easy. You know what I'm saying? 2-3 more in him. You know what I'm saying? Training camp will try harder. You know what I'm saying?
You think a move to 160 would make sense?
I mean, if you want to do it, you know, it'd be a challenge. If you want to challenge yourself, yeah, I don't mind.
Else to show, but fans want to see if the old lion can tame the young one. Boxing is popular because it brings together people of all ages. Interview 16. How do you think the fight will go? Crawford is a great switch hitter. He knows how to fight both straight and...
Ennis is the guy to give Crawford like trouble in there if they were ever to fight?
I think that'll be a great fight. You know, the young hungry lion versus the the legend. That would be a hell of a fight. Maybe 160. If it's a vacant title at 160, I think that they can make that happen for sure. I think it just has to make sense for both parties. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think if there's a vacant belt, Crawford's gonna want to be 6th division champion, and then he'll make Ennis move up to 160. I think they could do it at 160.
He downloads the styles of his opponents, studies them round after round, and wins in the end. Interview 17, Boots. He is quick, unexpected, and very athletic. He punches from strange angles.
Personally, I wouldn't be mad if I never see Terence fight again. The way he performed, getting ready to be 38, I think, in a few days. Man, what better way to go out? What better way to tell the game goodbye? What better way? Who you gonna fight? I was arguing with Max on the way to the venue about Boots Ennis. Nah, we don't go fight Canelo and then go back and fight Boots Ennis. I saw a report today, somebody was talking about him going up to light heavyweight. Nah, we don't go up to light heavyweight. We just went up 3 weight classes since the Spence fight and 2 weight classes since the Madrimov fight, my last fight. This is the perfect send-off, Roy.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Without
it's
a question.
The perfect send-off.
Knockout, and he is fast enough to get around anyone. Crawford's strong points are his knowledge, intelligence, and poise. Boot has many perks, such as making you young, explosive, and hungry. There would be fireworks all the time during this fight. This is the main question. Would Crawford be too old to do this? He is 38 years old. Most boxers have quit or aren't even close to their old selves at that age. Interview 18. That's not how Crawford is, though. He's young, works hard, and just beat Canelo, who is...
You want to fight Canelo? Would you ever entertain a fight with the Mexican monster, David Benavidez? But you want Canelo. But you want Canelo.
You gotta understand, like.
But I gotta ask you, bro, because I can't, you know.
My thing is, Benavidez is a big dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not to say I won't fight him. I fought his brother. You know what I mean? His brother was big when I fought him. But, you know what I mean? Benavidez is a big dude. The only reason why I entertain Canelo is because he's not a big dude. Like, he might be thick, you know what I mean? But he's not a big dude. You know what I mean? Like, Benavidez is like 6 foot something. You know what I mean? Then he gonna come in 190, 200 probably. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. Like, that's a big dude. Like, you know what I mean?
And he's skilled, man.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I might as well go to heavyweight if I fight Benavidez.
Yeah. So what you're saying is, like, 'cause I thought that at one point when Volkanovski was champion, I had retired. You know, I had retired, and I was like, dude, the only fight that I would really want to come back for is to fight a dude. I'm 5'4". This dude's fucking 5'6", and he's pound for pound.
Yeah.
So that's, I understand what you're looking at. You're like, you know what?
You just size him up.
Yeah.
You just size him up, especially when you going into a bigger weight class like that. You know what I mean? You size him up and you see, you know, your advantages and his advantages. You know, I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. You know, he might got the size, the power. You know, I feel like, you know, I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Champion. Father Time has never lost. Now is the time for Boots to beat Crawford. That's why fans are split. Some people think Crawford will teach him. Some people think Boots will retire. Do not mistake. There will be a huge fight if this clash happens. The old guard is up against the new. The hero who has never lost versus the young killer. The man who wants to be a GOAT fights with the man who wants to have his first moment of fame. People will remember Crawford as the best of his time if he wins. There is no reason to argue. Boots will become the face of boxing overnight if he wins. No matter what, the sport wins. This is where the story gets interesting. When Crawford beat Canelo, he made it sound like he might be quitting. He told you that he had to meet with his team. Eddie Hearn and other critics say that he should quit now to protect his perfect record and leave as the biggest jerk ever. But the fact that Crawford is still willing to wear boots shows that he isn't ready to give them up just yet. He's still got it, and he might want one more win for history before riding off into the sunset. Some fans want Crawford to fight David Benavidez at 168 pounds. This is yet another monster fight. But Crawford's group has already said no. For now, they want to stay put, rest, and only take on the tasks that are left. Interview 19. And let's be honest, Boots seems like the perfect next face. He's new, dangerous, and already involved in the Crawford versus Canelo.
I feel that Jaron Ennis against Terence Crawford is the fight. And that can be at 54, it can be at 60. You know, obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great, you know, crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy. And Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, you know, that he's still very much in his prime.
Pros have already spoken, and they couldn't have made different points of view. Some people think that Crawford will fully teach Boots the same way that he beat Errol Spence, by being too smart, experienced, and sharp. Others think that Boots is just too quick and young, and that he will catch Crawford in the end as age comes up. There are an equal number of fans online. The other half thinks it's time for new blood to take over, while the first half wants Crawford to finish off the next big name and become the GOAT. Now we're here. Terence Crawford has agreed to fight Jaron Ennis. He just beat Canelo Alvarez. There was no reason for Crawford to have this fight, but now everyone wants to see it. Either the old master or the young cat. Feel free to share your ideas below. Make sure you like this video and follow MMA Motivation. I'll see you soon.